XB1M13. The following is my personal opinion about the Microsoft Xbox One. The Xbox One is the best gaming system currently available on the market. Nay, the Xbox One is the greatest thing that has ever been produced by the great company Microsoft Corporation. I have not been paid to give you this message. This is my personal opinion, and no one has coerced me to tell you about that personal opinion. Buy the Xbox One because I really like it, and it's a really good thing that I own with my own money. Thank you. Hey guys, I don't know if you heard about this story that broke today about how Machinima paid its video producers a $3 bonus CPM if they talked in a positive light about the Microsoft Xbox One. They were approached by a company that was hired by Microsoft to do this in a sort of social media marketing campaign. And that's not a bad thing, right? It's a new world. We have new ways of sharing information. You know, we're looking for new ways to advertise with YouTube. I personally am looking for ways for that to happen because it means money in my pocket if it works. However, here's the thing that has my blood boiling. If a video producer agreed with Machinima to enter into this program, they had to sign a legal agreement that says that they could not tell anybody, a third party, nor their viewers within the video that they produced or otherwise, that they were paid to give, as their personal opinion, this endorsement to the Xbox One, which really speaks to the lack of respect that corporations have for producers in this industry, new media producers, and our integrity. And it showed and it's reflected in the amount of money that we actually garner for advertising to begin with. $3 CPM is pittance. On TV, when you see an advertisement, those have been paid for at least $30 to start per CPM. CPM is cost per 1,000 impressions, M being the Roman numeral for 1,000. $30 is where they start. Online, it's about a tenth that, and it's dropping. It fluctuates, especially with the seasons. The same happens on TV. But the point is, we're basically worthless on the scale of advertising dollars and what our eyes that watch our content are worth. The reason for that might actually be because of our lack of integrity, supposedly. It could also be because we swear like sailors and have no filter, but that's besides the point. This lack of integrity and lack of full disclosure within this industry is something that's going to hurt us in the long run, and producers who do not adhere to those standards, our own self-enforced standards, are hurting the whole lot of us. And I'm not sure that I want a naming and shaming, because to be honest, anybody who is willing to sell themselves for a $3 CPM is probably pretty pathetic to begin with, and probably wears that fact on their sleeve just by watching them speak. I don't want to be small about this, but I also don't want people to go out attacking poor bastards who clearly are pretty pitiful. But beyond that, I think it also speaks to Xbox and Microsoft and their horrible lack of control of the message that they're putting out there. If they fired their PR company after E3 and that entire snafu, that whole debacle where they couldn't control the message, apparently, where they said they didn't have a chance to get across what they actually meant at E3, I thought that getting on stage was your chance. If they didn't fire that company, they clearly fired some of the executives, including Don Matrick. They hired a new one who's doing just as bad a job, and it's just astounding that CEOs are signing off on this, if they're signing off on it. And to that point, I actually wanted to talk about this balance between control of the message, absolute control, and then letting people say what they want. At Microsoft, they seem to let these guys say whatever the fuck they want, and they don't seem to have any control over what goes out. On the other hand, you have Nintendo that clamps down in a draconian way on everything they say. Somewhere in the middle, the happy medium seems to be Sony, where it looks like whenever they talk to the camera, they're actually kind of saying their own thoughts, but at the same time, they don't say anything fucking stupid. This isn't gonna, I don't want to make this all about companies versus companies, but because the real point here for me is how this affects my industry, our industry, our little niche, our little video. We are a very niche I don't know what you want to call it, an industry, I guess. We're video producers within the video gaming world. We are people. What is important is our editorial, our personal opinions, and how that is conveyed. And when that bleeds, when you have advertising bleeding into the editorial content, when the lines are blurred and it's not clear to the viewer what is my opinion and what I'm being paid for, which is, by the way, basically nothing at this point. I've never been paid. I've gotten a couple free games, and every time I've told you exactly who gave me the free games. And those are always indies. And anyways, I'm rambling. I just wanted to express how important to me full disclosure is, and integrity, personal integrity, and making it clear, especially in this burgeoning industry where, endorsements exist. Celebrities, Tiger Woods wears Nike shirts around, and he doesn't go up to everybody on the golf course and say, hey, did you know Nike's paying me to wear this? It's pretty cool. He doesn't have to do that because it's pretty public info that he signed into an agreement with them. If you wanted to find out what he endorses, a quick Google search will show you exactly what he's been paid for and probably how much. However, when you got little guys like us who just look like your guy next door or your friend that you talk to at work who's telling you about what he thinks about the new system or video game that came out, you're making an assumption that this is actually his opinion, that he just sat down in front of a camera and is expressing exactly what he thinks without any money in the pocket. And if that is how it is perceived, then that better be how it is. I was thinking, would I ever accept money to be a shill? You can bet that I would accept money to say what they want me to, but you can also bet that it would be absolutely followed by, hey, I got paid to say that. It was pretty sweet. Now here's what I really think. And who knows, sometimes, and this is another thing, some people might say, well, what's the big deal if their personal opinion already was that they love the Xbox or something like that, and they just got paid something on top of it. That's not a big deal. He already had that opinion, so why should he have to disclose that he got paid to say it? No, he absolutely, everybody always has to fucking disclose it. Believe me, because otherwise there are repercussions to that. It is important. Full disclosure is important. The blogging industry has known it for a long time. FTC actually regulates blogs now. That was a big thing when the FTC started to step in and actually give guidelines and I think regulations for American-based companies that blog, that full disclosure must be given at the end of every article based on whether even a free game was given, let alone money exchanging hands. Again, this is about the sanctity of the editorial, and in our case, our personal opinions, and I want you guys to, I can't tell you what to think, but what I really want you to do is to at least respect those people who hold full disclosure to be important. I think that I hope that I've done a pretty good job because, first of all, I've never been really paid. I've never been paid to say anything about a product, but in addition to that, even when I'm not paid, if I feel that I hold a personal bias, I've always been quite an open book about it. I have biases because of Nintendo and my nostalgia boner that comes into play every time I think about the company and what I want it to be versus what it actually is. There are times that I've enjoyed my experience more on a certain company's platform, like Sony's recently, that I have a certain affection for one company over another. But I'm also very clear about when I have certain affections about the executives behind the product. As a part of, I think, our interest's sake and the entertainment value of the show, we wear our opinions on our sleeve. That will continue to happen. So I guess this vlog was kind of about where I stand on it, how angry I've gotten about this, and just what you guys can trust from me. If you have any questions about my opinions on, or my standards, or my philosophies on how we present ourselves and our opinions on the show, ask them in the comments below. But I think I've made it pretty clear. Let me know what you think about this and whether it's as big a deal as I consider it to be. I'll talk to you later, buddies. I love you.